Sagittarius, it's your girl Merch, the Big Body Benz. Run tell them, the Big Body High Priestess, somebody come see this. I popped in to do your reading for the month of March. I know I'm a little late. Spent the weekend in the hospital, pretty far along in my pregnancy at this point. Spirit made me sit my ass down for a couple of days. I was doing too much, but I'm good. The babies are good. Yeah, I was getting a couple of downloads. One, first and foremost, is fame is really overrated. Have you on the, if you have fame, then you know you know how important your privacy is. You know how special it is to be able to enjoy those real regular private moments. Some of you have to really honor where you've had real success in your life without needing to be famous, you know. And another was someone's really disappointed in you, or you could be disappointed in you. But have you on someone being disappointed in you where they've recognized, they found out that you've lied about making more progress at something than you actually have. You know, making more progress and getting over something than you actually have. Ridding yourself of a vice. You know, getting over someone, making better decisions. You know, this could be you who's disappointed in your behavior. Have you on the struggling with certain addictions? Struggling with certain addictions, whether this is a person or drugs or sex or anything, whatever it is that you could be possibly addicted to, you know, really trying to sell it to yourself or to someone else that you're over it or that you made real progress in healing that. And it coming to light that you actually haven't, that you've been sneaking around, having on the sneaking around behind someone's back, you know, or, yeah, sneaking around behind someone's back to do something in secret so that they don't know, so you don't really have to hear their mouth about it, to hear their opinion about it, you know, all while making them think that you actually, are on the same page as you. For some of you agreed to quit something with someone else, you know. Agreed to go into a partnership, start new somehow, clean the slate, cleanse your system, eat healthier for some of you, stop drinking for some of you. You could have had a partner in this or someone who really needed your support, wanted your support, or you were there to support each other and you fell short, or you're sneaking around doing this behind their back. For some of you, you know, you're hanging out with the wrong crowds. Have you only hanging around with a bunch of losers for some of you? People who are not a reflection of where you want to go. You may not even have that many friends or that many people that you hang out with, but the people that you are hanging out with really aren't going anywhere. There could be people that you're close to or have in your life that could be a way better influence on you, and you've been isolating yourself from them, or haven't been connecting with them the way that you need to, or speaking to them the way that you need to. And then again, there's this energy of you not honoring yourself about where you are or have been really successful, needing to reevaluate what your idea of success is, sweetheart, in a real way. You need to reevaluate what your idea of success is, because for some of you, you really have accomplished great things, even if your goal is to be famous. Your goal is to be well known by so many people, or be really famous somehow, be really recognized, well known. And you may not necessarily be as well known or famous or as recognized as you want to be. Meanwhile, you could have had some really amazing experiences in life. Meanwhile, you could have done some things, or have been known to, or be attached to some really amazing people or experiences, or come from a great legacy somehow, or have been a part of a great legacy somehow, even if it's not only just your own. You know, or being able to stand on your own when you are next to someone of a certain level of importance or greatness. Like having, you know, possibly being friends with people who are very well known or who have a bigger legacy, and still being able to hold your own when you're next to them. Your name still ringing bells. Your name still being respected when it's mentioned next to these great ass names, these great ass people, or people who are really famous, and not honoring that. That you may not be on the same level as them, visibility wise, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but people to recognize you necessarily or know you just off looking at you, or just know your name to be a household name, but you really having accomplished some amazing things. That's for some of you, you know. And for a lot of you, there are things, these types of things that you've done do not get enough appreciation from you, recognition from you. You don't even acknowledge this about yourself. You really sell yourself short in this regard, you know. You really downplay your greatness in this regard, and it's going hand in hand on why you don't feel good enough, why you try to numb your feelings, numb your pain, you know, why you have so many vices. Heavy on a lot of you needing to ground yourself now more than ever. Make some changes in your life. It's about that season. It's about that time. Get into the things that you really love, that really make you feel really good about yourself. Heavy on someone being really disappointed in you. For a lot of you, it's your partner. Or they're disappointed in you, or where you haven't been able to walk away from someone who is not meant to be your partner. Someone is disappointed in you, or you're disappointed in you. But have you on the disappointing the shit out of your partner, who shows up, who has shown up in an exceptional way, has gone above and beyond somehow, you know, to change their life, to make a difference, to do better, be better, wanting to see that reflected in you, their partner, and really being hurt and disappointed, and not even making a big fuss about it, and that hurting you more than anything, that they don't make a big fuss about it, but they just let you know they're disappointed in you. I'm not going to fight with you about it. I'm going to honor the progress I've made. I'm going to keep to my word, but I'm really disappointed in you. And that shit hurting more than them ever bitching, talking your fucking ear off. Anyway, we're going to pop in to see. We're going to see whether you're in your higher self or your lower self this month. Pull some energy oracle cards to clarify that a little bit. We'll pop in with the Moonology deck just to see. I want to see what your inner voice is saying right now. What parts of yourself are you really ignoring? What messages are you ignoring that you need to be listening to, that yourself is trying to tell you? We'll see what's going on in your career, and then we'll finish over on Patreon for part 2 to see what's happening in your love life, what messages the Ascended Masters have for you. We'll get some straight up truth oracle cards, and we'll see what self-care rituals or what spells you need to be doing this month. Let's pray. Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, spirit guide, spirit animal, source God, universe, please allow me to tap in my Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node to see what's going on with them in the month of March, Spirit. Please protect this space from any negative energies and only allow energies of love and light to enter. Ashe, thank you, Spirit. They're really being an empress, divine feminine out here that doesn't want to look at you right now, doesn't want to really communicate with you. Could be your child's mother, could just be another divine feminine. You know, you could be a feminine energy. Another divine feminine doesn't even want to deal with you. You know, you looking away from your own problems. You looking away from your own issues, trying to act like they're not there. Lying to yourself about where you're taking care of them, when you're more isolating than anything. Isolating yourself from the devil because you know, or from your addictions. You know, going inside yourself to feed your addictions because you can't break them. Doing this in secret somehow, because you haven't made so much progress. And moving forward, really ignoring your intuition about where there is someone or something that you need to be separate from. Lying to someone about where you're making the best decisions. This keeps coming out. The Sagittarius and their higher self or their lower self this month are lying to yourself, baby. Lying to yourself. Definitely not wanting to deal with your children, deal with your mother. This popped out in your last reading. For some of you, you're not making the best decisions in regards to your mother. You know, you're ignoring your subconscious, heavy on the unconscious mind. A lot of you are doing things unconsciously, don't even realize that you're doing this. Ignoring your intuition, ignoring someone where you know someone needs help, or you know that you're doing the wrong thing. ignoring where someone is super intuitive and is going to pick up, is going to know, you thinking you're getting away with something and you're not. It's going to come to light. Some of you are going above and beyond to help your mother and you're not getting any help. Some of you are going above and beyond to ignore your mother where your mother needs help. Pick what side you on. Someone else, having to carry the brunt of this. For some of you, you want someone, your child's mother, you want them to pick up some of the slack. You handle a lot. Your mother, this could be with your mother or your child's mother. You want someone else to pick up the slack because you handle so fucking much. Or you tell yourself this. You might need to shift your perspective about this too. A lot of you don't even realize that you're showing up this way. A lot of you don't realize that you're showing up this way. That there is some animosity somehow in regards to your mother, to your mother, to your biological mother, to your child's mother, to your partner, to Divine Feminine in general. Really need to take action, being real action oriented, Something is going to come to a head, or something will end abruptly. Something is going to force you. Divine intervention is going to force you to honor someone. Or the fact that they don't even argue with you and you expect them to is also going to bother you. Someone that you got rid of could be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You're going to you're going to fight with this person. You're going to have to deal with this person. Something's going to come out. There's a big conversation that needs to be had. Someone's heart, one person's heart is bigger than the other. Someone is really coming from their heart space, wanting to make the best decision. Really trying to love on you or love on someone else. Feeling very alone, or this is you. Trying to do your best to make the family work. Really staying attached to keep people together, but you need to move forward. Having real anxiety about moving forward. Having anxiety about someone coming back around. And a lot of this is because you didn't do the work you needed to do to get rid of them. Having anxiety about where you have to move on from someone that isn't good for you, or an idea about someone that isn't good for you. Having anxiety about someone leaving you because you're not showing up. Because they realize that you two are not in the same space. You're not honoring this connection the way that they're honoring it. There's a lot going on, though. There's a lot going on the inside that you're really ignoring, that you're trying to numb. Having a lot going on inside of you that you're trying to numb. Wanting to figure out who you are, but in the most toxic way. Still trying to figure out your identity somehow. A lot of you are grown as hell trying to figure out your identity. A lot of you have issues with your womb. Have issues because you're not very fertile. Or have had complications. Knowing someone has had complications. Some of you are stressing someone out. Adding to it. Adding to your mother's stress. Adding to your child's mother's stress. Adding to a pregnant woman's stress. Putting more pressure, more trauma on your womb. Some of you have someone waiting around who wants more. You're with someone, been with them for a long time. They want marriage, they want children, but they love you. And you're not giving them what they want. Some of you gave them a child, but won't give them marriage. Some of you gave them marriage, but won't give them a child. Some of you have given them nothing. Meanwhile, they've given you a lot of support, a lot of time, a lot of energy. Some of you, there's a feminine feeling like her biological clock is ticking. What's going on inside of you? What's going on in that subconscious mind of yours? Not working through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Someone could be dealing with a Scorpio or have Scorpio in their chart. Heavy on this energy. Hold your vision for what you want, but not working through your fears. Really numbing the pain. Really numbing the pain, or working with a Scorpio that brings out the worst in you, you know, is heavy on it being a bad influence. They bring a bad influence. Be bold and make the first move. Some of you, you know, you had to have a conversation with someone. Don't let your past hold you back. Or you know that you need to make a big decision to change a vice of some sort. You know, get rid of someone. Something, you know, you're waiting for something from the past to come back and creep up on you. You know, to something from the past to come back and rear its ugly head. You know, heavy on the waiting for the other shoe to drop. And if you keep thinking about this long enough, it will manifest. A new start is coming. You know, don't let your past hold you back. A new start is coming. You need to keep your eyes forward. You know, move on from something that no longer serves you. Dare to be a little different. This shit scares you. Don't let your pride get in the way. A lot of this is your lower self fucking attacking you out here. You're under attack by yourself. Heavy on the under attack by your ego self. You're very close to achieving your goal. It popped out in reverse. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon of Sagittarius. It's time for healing. Time to heal. You got a lot going on internally, yo. A lot of this feels like your body too. What you're putting into your body is attacking you. It's time for you to heal your body. A lot of you know better. You're still putting real trash inside of your body somehow. Or you can feel this, where it's time to heal yourself, or where your body is taking a hit. Feel like you're taking a hit mentally, emotionally, physically. Eating a lot of shit, eating a lot of junk food. For some of you, you know, you eat really well somehow. Rest and rejuvenate. Heavy on needing to reset completely. And I said this, it's heavy on someone's sacral chakra getting affected somehow. Someone's womb needing to be cleaned, you know, cleaned out. Something is being polluted. Something in your body is being polluted. There could be a Scorpio out here attached to this. You need to transform this or leave this damn Scorpio alone. A lot of you are lying about your transformation when you need to get on it. Some of you drink too much. Some of you need to detox. Some of you actually eat really fucking healthy, but you're putting other poisons in your body. Like you don't have a bad diet, but you drink way too fucking much. Or you take too much drugs. And then lie to yourself about it and lie to others about it. Something is really unstable. Something is really unstable. Some of you are really suffering. You haven't gotten over an emotional loss. You know, you've been suffering for a long time. Some of you, there is someone that you really love that is gone somehow, that you've always wanted recognition from. Or you've never gotten the recognition that they've gotten. Some of you have wanted a stamp of approval from someone that you haven't been able to get. Or that you'll never get. And you have a hard time making peace with this. And there's still, again, there's still so many other ways that you could be rewarded or be blessed, but you want what you want. And so instead of powering through that and balancing that out, you're really struggling and giving into lower vibrations, giving into the devil, giving into your lower self. You know, because you want what you want, where you want it from. There's someone who cannot take no for an answer. A masculine energy cannot take no for an answer. He cannot honor where something has went down, has went wrong, has ended. There being a feminine energy who really needs to stand her ground, who is struggling to stand her ground against him. Knowing that she needs to. Knowing that her health depends on it. For some of you, her life depends on it. Someone needs to speak up. Somebody's mother, a divine feminine woman. Where something is toxic, she needs it out of her life, out of her home. Where she needs you to show up and do more. Where isolating is not the answer. Someone needs you. Someone's under a lot of stress, needs you to be more present. Or you're under a lot of stress and need someone to be more present. What's happening at work? I feel like a lot is happening at work too. Some of you work from home. Or you're a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad. And still, you have a lot on your plate. Even if you stay at home somehow, you have a lot on your plate, you know, being a housewife, being a lot of picking up on male energy too, though. Being home, taking care of the house, man. And it not being easy, it not being an easy job, not getting recognition that you need. There's a Scorpio out here. Have you on a Scorpio out here? This energy, whoever the fuck this is. I feel like there's a lot of, there's at least 3 people somehow involved in whatever this is that's going on. For some of you, there's 3 women. You need to listen to that inner voice. This is why I did this. And then your inner voice popped out. This is why I have, you know, a part of my reading was what's going on with your inner voice. Because a lot of you, a lot of the collective are ignoring their inner voice at this time. You know, some of you party too much, or you just want to get back to partying. You know, you just want to get back to drinking. Have you on the drinking too much? Wanting to be seen as successful, be recognized somehow, feeling like your success is on pause, is on hold, going back and forth too, with being really proud of yourself, and then not at all, being really depressed. One moment feeling like the man, the next moment feeling like shit. One moment feeling like the woman, the next minute feeling like shit. You know? Needing to make the best decisions. For some of you, there's something about your past life, or people from the past, or people that you'll never get fucking, you feel you'll never live up to, or you'll never, you know, get acknowledgement from. Meanwhile, they're really spiritually with you. Have you on these people have passed? They're being divine guidance out here. You're really being divinely guided by these people. It's not even a game. Having a lot of angels with you, a lot of spiritual protection. You need to get more control over your life. For some of you, it's a masculine energy. Masculine energy is really around you, protecting you at this time. Could be your father for some of you who has passed. You know, where you need not let another, you know, for some of you, you are being called to step more into your masculine energy. Take care of your homes. Be the king, you know, 2222. Be the king. Be the man of your house. Be the man of your family. Have your own, you know, compromise with someone else who is trying to bring this more out of you. For some of you, you have let a man take over you so much, or the idea of dealing with a masculine energy, you know, thinking that it's outside of you somehow, or thinking that you need this person, where everything doesn't lie dormant within you, you know, that you can awaken, and needing to heal your connection with a father who has passed. Heal your connection with the divine masculine, because you keep picking really shitty partners somehow, not realizing that that energy within you is really abundant, or you'll become really abundant once you allow yourself to step into that energy. You know, a lot of this surrounding your career, your work life, being your own fucking boss, knowing that you're successful. You know, a lot of you work really hard, or you have unorthodox dreams somehow, an unorthodox job somehow, you know. And while you may be very good at what you're doing, you don't feel like you have the recognition that you deserve somehow, you know, or you don't feel like you ever had it. You don't feel like you're living up to a certain legacy of someone else's, and that just stopping you from appreciating how fucking amazing you are at what you do, what you have accomplished. Knowing that you don't have to compare yourself to someone else's legacy. Someone else can work for themselves, be more successful somehow, or you see somebody else's work ethic, or you don't know how they do it, you want to mimic it. You can't fucking do that. You know, where your path is your path. It has to look like what you want it to, and if you don't appreciate it, it ain't gonna even be. It's not gonna. If you don't appreciate it, nothing will come of it. You know. Anyway, this is it for part 1 of your reading. Follow me over on Patreon for the extended part 2 of this reading. Everything you need to know is in the link tree below, in the description box below, where you'll find my Patreon. You will find the link to my website if you want to book a personal reading with me. You'll be able to donate to me if you would like. It'd be greatly appreciated. You'll find the link to my IG page, the Big Body High Priestess. You'll be able to shop at my spiritual shop and stream my music all below. I love you so much. It's your girl Merch, the Big Body Benz. Run tell them. The Big Body High Priestess. Somebody come see this. Peace.